All right, welcome back. It's Friday night, which means it's time to turn our attention to our New Yorker of the Week. Tonight, we honor a man who helped a special group of city kids as well. Our John Schumo has the story. Let's take a look.
Terrence Stevens, he's dedicated his life.
And thank you for joining me. Why help the children of people who are in prison?
As a result of having their parents incarcerated. And so, you know, these children suffer a great deal, and we're trying to look at the drug reform from a public health perspective, you know, because addictions need to be treated. They need to treat the addictions as opposed to locking individuals up.
Clifford, running a program like this, how difficult is it? Because I'm quite sure you have to get a lot of people on board to say, okay, we will fund it, we really need it. How difficult is it to continue to do this?
Well, I mean, it's been difficult, but it's getting more attention now. A little sunlight is coming onto the issue. We've been doing this work for 10 years now, so you know we've created a lot of relationships around town, different agencies. Word of mouth is spreading, so we're communicating with the facilities and getting more kids in the program and getting them more talk about things that have been kept in the dark for a long time.
What do their parents say? Because as you said, many of their parents are actually locked up, whether it's on Rikers Island or upstate. When they find out their children are involved in programs like this, what do those parents think and what do they feel?
Absolutely. The parents are overwhelmed with the work that we're doing, and we actually are servicing these children and preventing them from potentially following the footsteps of their parents. So it's been a great joy to the parents, you know, to see their children coming up on visits free of charge, to see their children being mentoring and stuff like that. And, you know, it's been a great pleasure doing this work.
How difficult is it? A lot of stuff going on now with the prevention of funneling kids from the schoolhouse to the jailhouse. We hear that term a lot now, saying because there are so many setups for kids to be tripped up and sent away for minor offenses. How difficult is it for you to keep the kids, you know, on the straight and narrow?
Yeah, you know, we trying to expose these kids to science, technology, and engineering now, you know, and just have the program operate as a safe haven, you know, to keep these kids off the street. We even go into late hours at the after-school program, you know, keeping these kids out of trouble with the law.
Do you ever get late-night calls with a kid who's in trouble or maybe in a situation that they need to get out of, Cliff?
Absolutely. There's one instance where, you know, Terrance had to get in his van and search for a child who had run into problems, ran away, and, you know, Terrance tracked him down in the Bronx and some abandoned house, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So those things do happen.
But a lot of success stories.
But it's a lot, mostly good stories, you know, success stories, good outcomes. These kids are doing good with the support of the community and people like Terrance.
Absolutely. We operate up at City College in partnership with the Sophie Davis School of Biomedical Education, so a majority of our tutors and volunteers are pre-med students or other college students, you know, and it's just a great pleasure exposing these kids to a college setting at a young age.
What's your message to people who think life is tough for them and, you know, you're in a wheelchair and you have to get up in the morning, early in the morning to go and find someone, you know, and they think their lives are difficult, but what's your message to them about being positive and moving in a positive direction?
Yeah, you know, it's mind over matter, man. It's just staying focused, believing in what you're doing. I'm Hoyer lifted in and out of bed. You know, I have to be dressed, I have to be bathed. I'm turned over from side to side every 2 hours during the night. So when you look at the work that I'm doing, there's really no excuses for able-bodied people to give up. You know, you just got to keep going, keep pushing, and keep the faith.
All right, Terrance and Clifford, thank you so much and keep up the great work. All right, to learn more about Terrance's program, visit inarmsreach.net. That's inarmsreach.net.